recommended products or the products to be recommended, the top number of products. Say if you're going to recommend 10 products, how we get those 10 products using different methods. Next, in this video we'll cover how the customer actions, what the customer does, what is the feedback the customer gives on the recommended products, and how this which obviously is a reward system, and how this reward system is used to update the value updates for the recommender systems, so as to which is the self-learning part. So that is what we will cover. So the first method which we are going to cover is the customer actions. Here what is being done is we are sampling the number of products or simulating the number of products to be clicked and the number of products to be bought. So here number of products to be clicked is sampled or determined using the probability distribution. We get the list of products to be clicked and list of products to be bought. So that is that is what is returned using this method. So and the next method is to get the reward. We know that the reward is based on a Gaussian distribution and centered around the kind of actions which we have taken. Or so if the customer has bought it, then it is the mean or the location is 5. That is, we are giving 5 rewards for if the customer has bought. For click it is 2, and then the ignoring is -2. So that's the way the rewards are generated. And the next is to update these the values. So we have seen that during the prototyping phase, and also when we in the post 2, when we talked about the bandit problems, we saw the new estimate, how we get the new estimate, which is old estimate plus the step size into reward minus the current value. So that's what we are using. We are finding the incremental value here, or incremental value here. So we get the first is to get what is the existing value for that policy, and then we know that the step size in simple averaging method is a reciprocal of the number of times a particular a lever has been pulled. So in this case, number of times that product has been recommended so far. So that is n which we get, and that incremental value we get as 1 by n into reward minus v current. So here and then if you look at it, the complete formula is the v current plus 1 by n into reward minus v current. So we are only taking the incremental part. The other part we will update during the value updation part. Now the next method is where we tie all these things together, all these everything together. So we go through all those products in the customer list. Now here the customer list could be either the buy list or the click list, and then first we get the reward during using this get reward function. So here the location is based on the customer list. So if the customer list is if this list is the bought list, then location would be 5. If it is ignored list, it will be -2, etc. And then we update the reward functions also, because we have seen that this is a kind of a stationary or non-stationary kind of reward function. So we update this with the latest reward, and then we find the incremental value. What is the new incremental value, or the incremental value with using this method, and then we add it to the existing value. So this is the step wherein we the complete formula is the self-learning part is complete. That is, we adding it with the old estimate plus the incremental estimate, or incremental value is being done. So if remove, this is just a flag to remove the products from those from the list of recommended products. We'll see that all those things would be tied together in the next method. So the reward updater is a method which ties all these things together. So in the using the reward updater function, what we do is we go through complete process, because when we recommend 10 products, the customer will have different actions. The customer can buy some products, can click some products, and also would ignore a lot of products, or would not do anything on this product. So we go through each of them. So first we look at the customer buy. If the customer buy is greater than 0, that is the customer has already bought a product, then we use the value updater with the customer buy. So here the reward for the customer buy is got from the configuration file. So here the buy reward is 5, the click reward is 1, and ignore is -2. So that's what we get it from the parameters. We can change these parameters, and then we will get the corresponding reward here. So that is one of the this is one of the advantages of using a configuration file. So we update the value using, if the customer has bought something, we use the value updated function. This value updated function is called to update the value for the for the products which has been bought, and for the products which has been clicked, same value updater is again, and here we use the click list, customer click list. Here we use the customer buy list, and again we get the reward, which is 1 here. One more aspect to note here is, there was this flag called remove. Now that is defaulted to true. So in both the customer buy and the customer list, we take that default value, which is true, so that once we know the list of products the customer has bought, we remove it from that the products which has been the recommended product, so that we don't consider that again as in the list. And the same with customer click also, we just remove those products which we have already considered here. Now the remaining products, which is obviously the ignored products, so we do the value updation here, and the reward is -2, and then finally so that ends the action. So we have updated the value of all these things. So once the value is updated, the next is to update the dictionaries, update all the quantity dictionaries in MongoDB. So we are checking for, so we are doing a replace one. So for the respective replace one is to find its particular state ID, and then update the count dictionary, recommendation count dictionary, policy dictionary, and reward dictionary. So once we find that, and then replace it with the new value, because we keep on updating this count dictionary everywhere, all through the process. Now once all these actions are done, we update these data into MongoDB. So that ends the one complete cycle of all the methods. All the methods just completes one cycle of simulation, that is, which starts from customer logging in, customer's state which is sampled, and then based on the customer state, we get the recommended list of products. Once the recommended list of products are got, then we do the customer actions in terms of the click, buy, and the ignoring list, and then we update the values based on that, and then we update this dictionary. So the MongoDB database. Now MongoDB will always be fresh and current based after all this update, and then the complete cycles happens. Complete cycle starts with the next customer coming in and all this stuff. So that's the complete cycle of this. Now what now that we have seen all these all the methods which will be implemented in this, now we'll get back in the next video. We'll get back into the RL Reco main, how all these every methods are tied together in the complete as a complete process. One by one we'll see that, and then we'll implement this in Python also. So that's what we will see in the next video.